I made my first real money online starting with literally $0, using just a beat up laptop I already had for high school. If someone took everything away from me today and I had to start completely over from absolute zero, I know exactly the blueprint I would follow. It's actually a lot simpler than most people think, but almost everyone messes up the very first step, which guarantees they never make a dime. Now, I remember exactly what it feels like to sit there watching videos just like this one, trying to figure out how to escape the normal path, you know? You see people talking about drop shipping or Amazon FBA, and it always seems like you need a couple $1,000s just to test things out.
And I didn't have that kind of money. I was literally working a minimum wage job and spending whatever I made on gas and food. I had absolutely nothing to invest into a business. And I used to let that be my excuse for months. I'd just sit in my bedroom, scrolling through TikTok, convincing myself that I couldn't start until I saved up some magic number in my bank account. But it's just a lie we tell ourselves to feel better about doing nothing. And I know that's probably not what you want to hear, but it's the honest truth. You do not need money to make money online right now. Like maybe 10 years ago you did, but definitely not today.
The moment everything started to click for me was when I finally realized that when you have $0, the only currency you have left is your time. You have to trade your time to learn the skills that eventually make the money. That is the trade-off, and you literally can't skip it. So if I was starting over right now, today, I wouldn't waste a single second looking for a business model that requires upfront cash. I'd go straight into the one thing that requires nothing but an internet connection and raw effort, which is content creation. And specifically, I would build a faceless YouTube channel, focusing entirely on a very specific niche. And I know some people are going to say that's too crowded or too competitive now, but honestly, it's really not if you actually put in the work. Most people making faceless content are just incredibly lazy. They throw robotic AI voices over random stock footage, don't edit anything, and then complain when they get 0 views. That's exactly why they fail. So if you're willing to put in slightly more effort than the lazy majority, you already have a massive advantage. You don't need a fancy camera, you don't need a studio setup. You literally just need a free editing software like CapCut and a willingness to sit at your desk and figure things out.
Trust me, I've been there. Staring at a blank screen, feeling like an idiot because you don't know how to edit a video. It's frustrating at first, but you have to push through that friction. Because if you can't even sit down and learn a free software for a few days, you are never going to survive actually running a business. Like genuinely, the barrier to entry is so low right now, which means the only thing separating the people who make it from the people who don't is just sheer persistence. So let's get into the actual blueprint. The first thing I would do, day one, is pick a niche that has proven demand, but still has room for a new angle. I wouldn't try to invent something entirely new. That's a mistake a lot of beginners make. They think they need to be completely original. But originality doesn't pay the bills when you're starting out. I would go on YouTube and look for faceless channels that are currently getting hundreds of thousands of views in niches like personal finance, history, psychology, or even gaming documentaries. I'd find a topic that I wouldn't completely hate researching for the next 6 months. Because here's the thing, you are going to be spending a lot of time reading and writing about this topic. If you pick something you find incredibly boring just because it pays well, you are going to burn out in 2 weeks. Once I pick my niche, the next step is the volume phase. And this is where most people get completely paralyzed. Actually, no, let me back up for a second. Before you start posting, you have to accept that your first 10 videos are going to be terrible. Like, they will probably suck, and that is completely fine. The goal of your first month is not to go viral. The goal is just to prove to yourself that you can actually finish a video and hit publish. So my blueprint is to commit to posting one short form video every single day for 30 days and one long form video every single week. That means by the end of month 1, you have 30 shorts and 4 long form videos. And I know that sounds like a lot of work. It is a lot of work, but remember, you have $0. You have to spend your time.
During this phase, you are going to learn how to write better hooks, you're going to get faster at editing, and you're going to figure out how to tell a story that keeps people watching. You are literally building your skill set in public. And honestly, nobody is going to watch those first few videos anyway, so there's zero pressure to be perfect. You just need to get the reps in, you know?
And here is the most important part of the volume phase. You have to study the data. After you post those first 30 videos, you don't just blindly make 30 more. You look at your YouTube analytics, you look at the retention graphs, you see exactly where people clicked off your video. Did they leave during the intro? Then your hook was garbage. Did they leave in the middle? Then your pacing was too slow. You find the 1 or 2 videos that did slightly better than the rest, even if it's just by 100 views, and you ask yourself, why did this one work? Was the topic more controversial? Was the editing faster?
Did I use a different style of title? You have to become obsessed with figuring out why people are clicking and why they are staying. This is the actual secret to growing. It's not luck, it's just analyzing data and making small adjustments. And then for month 2, you double down on whatever worked in month 1. If your videos about a specific topic got more traction, you pivot entirely to that topic. You follow the attention. Like, I thought I had it figured out when I started. I mean, not completely, but kind of. And the audience completely rejected my favorite ideas. I had to swallow my pride and make the content the market actually wanted.
Now, let's talk about the money part, because that's why you're doing this. Step 4 of the blueprint is monetization, and you do not wait for YouTube to start paying you ad revenue. Getting 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours takes time. It might take you 3 to 6 months. You can't just sit around making $0 until then. So from day 1, you set up an alternative income stream. The easiest way to do this with $0 is affiliate marketing. You find a product or a software that makes sense for your niche, sign up for their free affiliate program, and put the link in your description and pinned comment.
Or even better, you create a free digital product. You go on a site like Gumroad, which is completely free to use, and you make a simple PDF guide or a checklist related to your videos. In your videos, you tell people, hey, if you want my full breakdown on this, grab the free guide in the description. When they go to download it, Gumroad lets you add a pay what you want option, or you can capture their email to sell them something later. It sounds super basic, but if you have a video take off and get 100,000 views, a simple link in the description can easily make you a few $100 overnight. And that first dollar you make online, even if it's just $3 from a random affiliate sale, it completely shifts your reality. It proves that the system actually works. Once you make $1, you know how to make 100. Once you make 100, you know how to make 1,000. It just becomes a game of scaling your inputs and getting better at the process. Now, here is the perspective shift that you absolutely have to make if you want this blueprint to work for you. You have to stop looking at your lack of money as a disadvantage. Honestly, it's actually the biggest advantage you have right now.
When you start with $0, you can't throw money at your problems. You can't buy expensive ads, you can't hire a fancy editor, you can't pay for shortcuts. And that is a good thing, because it forces you to learn how to do everything yourself. It forces you to learn how human psychology works, how to edit a video that keeps attention, how to write a hook that stops people from scrolling. You are building raw, undeniable skills. The guys who start with a $10,000 budget, they usually blow it all on ads and learn absolutely nothing. When the money runs out, their business dies because they never built the foundation. You are building the foundation brick by brick with your own 2 hands. And once those skills are locked in your brain, nobody can ever take them away from you. You become completely self-sufficient. You could lose your channel, lose your accounts, and you would know exactly how to build it all back in a month, because you are the asset now. Not the money, not the channel, but you. So stop overthinking it. You literally have everything you need right now to just start. Pick a topic, download an editing app, and go make your first terrible video today. If you got something from this, subscribe. I'm gonna keep breaking this stuff down. Just go start.